So, going off and away from the streaming for a little bit and actually doing a little bit of recording to see if there's any difference, really. I know for some reason my YouTube channel does not show my streams on the front page, so I feel like it's a bit misleading and maybe ward people away from actually expecting content on here. So I figure if I record a few sessions, maybe a separate hardcore run like I'm doing right now, it probably would do maybe something else, maybe something different. Don't know yet. It's all test. It's all theory. I feel that YouTube's changes with live streams have definitely really you know shit the bed. But
well, at least you're a subscriber amount. You can just experiment and no one's gonna question you.
Yeah, that's true. That is true. Yours too, 78.
Yep.
And my lovely 10, even though most of it is just friends who pity sub to me.
Yeah.
It happens.
It do be like that.
It does happen. But you know, it's better to feel like I'm
have 10. Yeah. Better to have 10 quote unquote subs than 0 subs.
That is fairly true, yes. And I will say, I'm hoping it goes well. I am trying to make it a hobby before I make it a full-time thing.
Yeah, that's what I do with my shit.
So, it is how it is. And hopefully it turns out for the best. Because I need a little more things to do after my long, tedious day at work. And I play video games all day, so why not, you know?
Exactly.
I mean, I've been wanting to do it for a very long time, but I don't think a kid should be responsible for a YouTube channel.
Yeah, and now that we're adults and kind of know what we're doing more now, it's not as bad.
Yeah. I mean, there are kids on the platform that does it, but I think that's bait.
Let's continue to never talk about those. I feel sorry for these kids, man.
Yeah, definitely.
Especially like Ryan from Ryan's Toy Reviews.
Like, I get it. The kid's having fun. But when he finally hits that maturity age or that conscious stage where he starts realizing his life and he looks back, he's going to probably cringe really bad or ask for it to be taken down.
Yeah. Or try to distance himself as far away from that shit as possible.
Yeah, I mean, I don't knock it, but it's pretty sus for the parents to take advantage of the kids like that. I mean, even if they said, quote unquote, well, it was Ryan's choice to feel like he should spread like joy and everything like that. Like, you know, that's a kid. It's like child actors and child actresses. Like, they look so happy on screen, but when the cameras are all done and dusted and stuff, and they lose that luster, they usually don't end up anywhere else in life.
Fun fact, did you know that the kid from Good Luck Charlie is now attending high school?
Oh my god. Wait, how old? How old is the kid now?
Let's see, I think we start high school here in America around 12 or 13, so that's gotta be about how old she is now.
Yeah, that's gotta, I don't know.
I know.
I mean, I get it. I get there are some child actors and stuff like that that break out pretty well, like like the twins, the Zach and Cody characters. They turned out pretty well.
Yeah, the Spouse twins. I don't really see any issues with those two.
They after they retired, they actually wanted their director to give those other actors jobs, or at least promote them. But the directors and stuff like that said, nah, they're not important enough. Which kind of really blows. And those two, they do their own indie acting now. They help with small performers now, small directors. They don't really go in for the high stuff.
And even then, whenever you see them like on social media, they're not like really doing anything too extreme. They're just, you know,
hanging out. Yeah, they're hanging out and stuff. Which I will say, you know, that's definitely a plus. They attended school. I think they went to college, and They got actual jobs too. Like
Yeah.
they, I think one of them worked as a salesperson for like their own brew or something, or coffee or something like that. And
I can't.
the other one worked as a waiter.
Mm.
So
Actually,
they definitely got some real world experience that they never had before.
yeah. Actually, want to hear a real insane thing of nostalgia that's now happening?
Oh gosh, what?
Okay, so Ashley told me about this just a little while ago, and I just checked my guide, and it happened today.
Okay.
So now on Cartoon Network, Adult Swim it takes over at as early as the 5 o'clock, the 5 p.m. block,
What?
and from 5 p.m. to 7 p.m. they will show old school Cartoon Network content.
Really?
Yeah, so every weekday, so Monday through Friday, like like today and tomorrow, they played Dexter's Lab, Ed, and Eddie, Billy and Mandy, and Courage the Cowardly Dog.
What? That's actually pretty cool. I admit, I like that. It's just sad.
Yeah,
It's just sad that I don't have cable anymore.
I do, and just hearing those things in the background was just like, oh my god, my childhood.
It definitely warms the 25-year-old heart. I admit.
Yeah, yeah,
But
they even make like some 2011 jokes in some of their adverts between episodes.
you know you're getting old when you feel nostalgic about old adverts.
Yeah, no, they're making just like next time I see it come on, I'm gonna record it so I can show you it.
That would be nice. I mean,
Yeah,
I can definitely look up the online TV.
but yeah, but yeah, it was just like I heard that there was rumors about Adult Swim doing this, but then when Ashley told me that they're actually doing this, I was just like, hold on. And when it actually happened, it was just like, thank you, Adult Swim.
Yeah, yeah, it definitely throws me off a little bit too because I wouldn't expect Adult Swim to do that. I mean,
Yeah,
that's pretty crazy.
yeah. And even tomorrow, it's gonna be the same 4 shows but completely different episodes. So they're gonna show another episode of the Ed Boys, another thing of Dexter, another thing of Billy and Mandy.
You know what I miss? You know what I miss?
Hmm.
Age-centric uh, TV channels. Because I remember a long time ago that Cartoon Network was like for the kids, like cartoons
Yeah.
geared for the kids. Then you had Nickelodeon that was geared for the preteens and teenagers, and then you had Disney Channel geared for the preteens. Like it was all geared towards one age, but now everybody's like, you gotta have a little bit of everything now. It's like, do you really?
Yeah.
Like I did like the idea where kids watch Cartoon Network during the day, and then at nighttime adults would just be able to watch their shit.
You know, the Adult Swim with all the anime and the more adult cartoons like Family Guy before got ripped off of there.
That's true. That's true. Though I will say some people are debating, hardly debating, if American Dad is the perfect successor to the Family Guy franchise. Which I will say, let the debate continue because I like them both.
Yeah, same here. At least it's not being like the Cleveland show is the most superior of the three.
Is that show even still running?
There are reruns here and there, but it is long since canceled. Cleveland's back in Family Guy, and all of his family from the Cleveland show are at best background characters now.
Though I will admit, I do love it when they reference that though. When
Yeah,
Glenn
just be like,
called it out, like, "Hey, how's that show going, by the way?"
oh right.
That was
Oh,
a good call. That was a good call.
oh yeah, those scenes were just those were fun.
The off backhanded comments. I do like the references to other TV medias in Adult Swim though.
Yeah.
With Adult Swim shows, American Dad does it. Family Guy does it. I think any Matt Groening, right? Is it Matt Groening that makes it?
Seth MacFarlane.
Well, they both make fun of each other's shows.
Yeah. And then there's always like the Simpsons taking jabs at each other, South Park for obvious reasons.
Oh yeah. I mean, I don't think we'll ever have another show like South Park. I don't think any show could level up with them. unless you know, something comes out of left field.
Yeah, but even then, trying to be on par with South Park,
That's a tall order, I will admit.
Yeah, Trey Parker and Matt Stone, they know what they're doing when it comes to that ridiculous show.
Yeah, and I wouldn't be surprised if they had talks with Matt and Seth and try to figure out comedy.
I think they actually hate Seth MacFarlane. I think there's like a weird hatred going on between them.
You think so?
Yeah, I think there's like some interviews where where Seth MacFarlane's just like, I don't know why they hate me. They just do.
You know, I like to think that he just plays it up.
We'll never know.
Cause let's be honest. Remember the Robot Chicken, and the Family Guy version of Star Wars?
Yeah.
They made fun of each other a lot.
Oh yeah, I remember the Robot Chicken episode, the one scene like in the multiverse episode where it's even funny because the guy who makes Robot Chicken voices Chris.
Yeah, I know. That's what I mean. Like they clearly, they make fun of each other at each other's shows. Like I don't see any hate.
Yeah. How does it feel to be on a successful network for 10 seconds? Screw you! Bye!
Screw you! Bye!
Yeah, I don't think you said screw you.
But I remember the Star Wars Family Guy version of it, and it's like, we're doing this joke again? What do you mean? This is the first time? No, I clearly remember Robot Chicken doing this exact skit.
Oh, yeah.
You know?
Yeah, I know exactly what scene. I can't remember which Star Wars parody it's from, but I know which one. I know the joke.
Just the offhand comments about that. Like, that's always fun. I think every producer that makes the cartoons like that, they all like each other, and they just play up this idea that they hate each other. Just so that they can feel like they can compete.
We'll never know. I mean, we're not in showbiz. We're just two random dudes on the internet working day by day, and then just randomly trying to make terrible attempts at mediocre Twitch/YouTube content.
That's true. That's true. Until one of us breaks out, and they'll be the villain arc.
If anyone's gonna break into the villain arc, it's you.
Be like, Logan became successful and left me behind. I see. Then I have just like a thumbnail of just me being angry, like drama starting.
Like, I would leave you. If we become successful, we're doing the Gamer House, and we're gonna get horror out of California.
That is definitely going to be number one on the agenda.
Yeah,
But we'll see. But we'll definitely see what happens, though. We'll definitely see what happens.
I mean, even then, it's still best for us to even like make attempts to move in together, just because save on rent.
That is true. Rent is very high in our very posh state.
In this day and age.
I say posh state as Maryland is like some sort of sophisticated place to live. No, it's not.
Even though we're in that part of Maryland.
Well, I mean, let's be honest. Everybody who says you're from Maryland all think Washington D.C. elitists. And it's
you're from Baltimore, but yet we're basically in Redneck County.
That's true. I am still waiting on the confirmation. The fights that's going on right now in both West Virginia and Maryland about disputes of territory.
Oh boy.
Because our panhandle area, all the way down, is actually West Virginia is trying to fight to get us, basically. Because we're more aligned with West Virginia politics and stuff like that, that they feel the need that maybe we should be part of West Virginia instead.
I'm surprised Texas isn't doing that with the panhandle of Oklahoma.
They've already settled that dispute.
Oh.
That's actually one of the oldest disputes. Like Kansas and Oklahoma, like was it Kansas and Oklahoma, and then it was Oklahoma and Texas. Texas used to own the panhandle, but then over some territory disputes saying that Texas was too long or too big, they had to secede the territory.
The tiny ass panhandle.
Yep, they have to give Oklahoma the panhandle. I will say it's a very interesting border, but they still fight about it. In fact, There are people in that region, in the Panhandle region in Oklahoma, who said there's more Texan than Oklahomans.
And there's probably people here in this part of Maryland that are just like, we are Marylanders, and then others that are like, we're West Virginians.
Well, a lot of people. Well, I mean, it's also the state controversy too with Maryland. There's literally people who say that we're South, and then there are people who say we're Northern. People out here where we are, we're saying we're South, but people closer to the Baltimore-Annapolis region say that we're Northerners. Because they don't want to associate themselves with the South, obviously. Which,
yeah.
You know, that's a whole different type of discussion, but it's just one of those things.
Yeah, Maryland has to be that awkward state with the territories.
Yeah, it definitely is. I admit, it is.
Yeah, we're literally the dividing us in Pennsylvania are the dividing factor.
Actually, it's not Pennsylvania. It's us, Tennessee, Delaware, and there's one other one. I think it's Kentucky. I don't know if it's Kentucky or not, but we're like the border states that separate the North and the South. And that's a whole history debate we won't have. Because that is just a lot for me to say, because I know what I'm talking about, but you don't.
You're the history buff, I'm not.
Yeah. But, you know, it's just how it is. Right now, I'm doing questing. Logan, on the other hand, is out playing his stuff. And look at that in the chat, somebody had reached 60. Yo, nice.
Yo. Someone actually reached 60. That's amazing.
Definitely, buddy.
Yeah, I'm just here trying to level up the Demon Hunters, that my half of the Demon Hunter duo that we're trying to make.
Yep.
Alright, what do I want now for my vengeance? Use my vengeance points on.
I wonder who this chump John is. Sounds like a priest.
No idea.
Well, I'll figure it out.
Wait, why have I not done the one where I get take less damage with my immolation or active?
Imagine my surprise. Imagine my surprise.
Why is it always a fucking mage?
I don't know, buddy. I mean, I guess.
Alright, I am at 47 now, actually.
47? Nice.
Hey, you get the... Whenever you're a tank, you get those quick Q times.
That puts the cherry on top, huh?
Yeah, at least I'm confident doing World of Warcraft tanking.
Always a positive, buddy.
Yeah. Like, I can heal in other games, but I don't know why. It's just with all the tabs on World of Warcraft, I don't understand how to heal.
Not too hard, buddy. Some healers are easy, some healers aren't. Druid healers are definitely the easiest because you just have to put hots on people and not really pay attention to what you're doing.
I should really get out of the heart of RP Central here on Stormwind.
Yeah. Moonguard's a very scary place.
Oh yeah, I forgot I'm on fucking Moonguard.
Yeah, but we're not on Wormrest with our Demon Hunters. We're on Moonguard.
Yeah, I forgot about that for a hot minute.
Yeah, you thought that Wormrest Accord was actually active for once? Holy moly.
And at least the capital cities, those are like the only places where people are active.
Not on Wormrest. Stormwind only has Stormwind usually on Wormrest Accord's like 6 to 9 players.
Yay, the Mogushan Palace, the best dungeon.
I like the Mogushan Palace.
I know, I just hate whenever I have group... Shut up, we're not bringing our roleplay discussions into this chat.
I'm just stating facts.
But what I was trying to say is, like, every group I've had, they just don't do the run to the door tactic.
Yeah, I know. There are some people who think that they're invincible because they're a very low level. I get it. But it's not really the ideal choice.
Yeah, no. When you go to the Mogushan Palace, you run to the door. There's no question about it.
Now, back when it was current content, you couldn't really do that.
Really?
Yeah, a lot of the mechanics started a lot more earlier, and they kind of knocked you away from the door.
Oh.
So it was definitely one of them gauntlet modes where you actually had to pay attention where you were standing and stuff.
Gotcha.
Which, of course, you know, the room, if anybody ever does it, it's sort of a shit show.
It's always a shit show.
You can't really tell where you're standing. That's the thing.
Yeah, and then you've got the big fucker himself throwing you around the place like literal toys.
Yeah, definitely. Then you got the fire. Then you have the spears.
The spike.
And the spikes.
You got the axes. You got
then
the
you got the fire that's coming
fires.
from the freaking ceiling.
That one's... No, it's coming from a staff that's just floating there.
Oh, yeah. I thought it was from the ceiling. God, she does show up from the ceiling. But,
Even then, this whole dungeon's a fucking shit show.
Definitely. But, yeah. I mean, it's fun. It's just, decisive sometimes when it comes down to, trying to deal with everything and the mechanics and things.
Yeah, the Trial of Kings, that's the only easy part about this. People dealing with Gekken.
True.
That one can be interesting so long as people actually know to take out the Oracle and the other fucker.
Yeah, that's true.
And then save Gekken for last, and then just Jin is... Or is it Zin? Jin?
I need the guide to really tell you.
It's X... Yeah, I don't know. We don't speak Chinese.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, for me, it's just that I don't see his name because I'm not playing the same.
It's Xin.
Xin. Xin Zin.
Zin. Zin, the weapon master. He's the only part that's the true bitch of this dungeon.
True. He sits in my seat.
Shut up.
It happens. Don't worry too much about it. But, yeah. So, Hardcore only has 2 realms.
Really?
Yep. It's Defias Pillager, which apparently is where every streamer is. Because 700 queue time. Obviously, people who are watching streams wanting to join in.
I'm probably trying to gank people if possible.
No. It's not PvP. No PvP. It's all optional, but people don't opt into it. For good reasons.
Just for obvious reasons, yeah. Like, imagine being stream sniped at a good level and then just everyone's just like knobbish.
True. I mean, you can technically battle people to death. You can duel to death.
It's an option?
Yeah. It's called Makgura, but if you right-click somebody and you duel, underneath the duel, next to the cancel button, is duel to the death.
Oh.
Yeah. It's something I wouldn't personally do. Though, I will say, you know, if people actually RP'd on Hardcore Realms, I think it would be pretty fun. I mean, we just got done watching the anime, Records of Ragnarok. And I had this idea where 2 level 59s, 1 kill away from hitting 60. And they both look at each other and say, only one can do this.
Speaking of Records of Ragnarok, I actually just caught up on the manga on the site we use.
That's good. You gotta wait for the update. It was supposed to come out yesterday, unless it did come out. 81? Did chapter 81 come out?
No. Last time... Hold on, let me pull it up real quick, because I at least have the tab open. But I just finished it today, so...
No.
Yeah, no, still nothing.
Because the past few updates on the site itself says on the 27th. Most of them are on the 27th and the 28th.
Yeah.
But I guess there are some out of the way. There's no August update, which is just kind of weird.
Yeah, it'd be like that sometimes.
Yeah, it does. I'm hoping this recording goes very well.
Only one way to find out.
That's true.
But right now, it's just the 2 ramblings of a madman. We went from talking about child actors to talking about Cartoon Network.
Yep. I mean, this is
the
how
other way
brain
around.
works. This is how our brains work, buddy.
Yeah.
I mean, I have confuzzled so many people yesterday during our conversations after my live recording, and during my second live recording that I will just say it got corrupted in more ways than one. But had to private that until I can fix it. But I will say, uh, my brain works in many different directions, and I probably overloaded a lot of their brains because I went from one topic to the next topic, and Hara was confused, wondering which subject we were actually on now. So I gave him some flashbangs.
Ooh, what did I get out of my ancient Mogu treasure? I got some stones.
Some stones, huh?
Yeah, just some random stuff that was probably used for like jewel crafting or shit like that.
Well, I'm glad you found your stones, buddy.
I don't even have a profession for this guy, so who cares?
Yeah, that went over your head.
Well, I mean, it doesn't really matter since how fast I'm gonna be going through missed content,
And
so
it's
it
still
won't
going over
really.
your head. So I'm
What?
glad you found your stones, buddy.
Bitch.
It took the third attempt. But yeah, if you do actually get Baldur's Gate 3, we can actually do videos on that together, you know.
Actually, yeah, I don't see any issue with us recording that stuff. Like, I could genuinely.
I mean, we can seriously play together. That's the thing. There's a group of you can have up to 3 other compatriots, and of course, normally you just get 3 NPCs to follow you. But in Baldur's Gate 3, you can actually invite your friends who have the game.
I'll probably grab it next paycheck because there's this guy at Books A Million that he's a real nice guy. He's even come to my job sometimes and talk to me.
That's fair.
Yeah, he's a real cool guy. Like, the good thing about working retail is that when you work with people in retail, you realize, hey, I can now talk. I understand the struggles of other retail workers, so I don't have to make them feel awkward.
Yeah, and I can vouch for that. I have 5 years of retail service in my belt.
I've got almost 6.
So we can definitely say for sure that it's a tedious, boring job, but you can enjoy it. You can enjoy it.
Yeah, because once you have the people that, like, whenever you get your good regulars, like the people that don't bother you and all that stuff.
Yeah, but our difference is that in our retail line of work, I worked in a grocery store. You work at a retail games. Different types of people come in. And,
well, granted, we gotta remember, I worked at Dollar Tree before this.
That's true, but you didn't have to deal with people asking tedious questions like, is this food? Is this? Where's this at? And there's like 7, 12, 13 aisles, and you're expected to know where everything is. If anybody's ever watched somebody play that game, what is it, the retail horror game? Night of the Customer, Survival of the Customer, something like that.
Your guess is as good as mine.
I know. It's definitely a very accurate representation of what retail work is like in a grocery store.
Yeah. Well, for me, I had to deal with just the basic brand of humanity being like, just everyone asking, excuse me, how much is this? Back when everything at Dollar Tree really was still $1.
Yeah. I mean,
apparently there's a...
what is it now, $1.25 or something?
Yeah, but there's even... Last time I actually went there with Ashley just to do some shopping.
Yeah.
There's actually a $5 section now.
I sense a lawsuit coming.
Where all the everything's $1 signs are now down.
Yeah.
Granted, the $5 section was like very condensed and very flashy. Like everything was in a big red circle.
Honestly, I'm surprised nobody has taken them to court about it.
Yeah.
Because that is a case of what is it? Misleading.
Well, I mean, Dollar General is still a thing, so.
Yeah, but they don't sell things for $1 either. I'm just kind of waiting for somebody to grow like a brain.
Who knows anymore?
I mean, they're already suing Buffalo Wild Wings over their boneless wings.
Why?
Because the boneless wings aren't wings.
Jeez, if you're gonna sue Buffalo Wild Wings, you have to sue everyone that says that they're boneless wings.
Which is about 5,000 eateries, including, I think it said Domino's and Buffalo Wild Wings and one other place. But see, they're not. It's not wing meat, is what they're saying. It's cut up breasts that are deep fried to look like boneless wings.
Oh.
So there's like 5,000 establishments around the world that have something labeled as boneless wings, but they're not really wings. But the rest of the retailers, other like, popular eateries that sell boneless wings, they're either labeled as a different type of chicken or like chicken bites and stuff like that. Instead of that, sometimes there are some eateries out there that actually are wing meat. Like, it shows you that they debone the wings and just toss what's left in the deep fryer. Which I think is a little bit more of a sell. But if you really think about it, with how expensive chicken breasts are, I'd say with what Buffalo Wild Wings is selling with their boneless bites is actually cheaper.
Yeah. And pretty good, too, depending on what sauce you get on it.
I will say their mild sauce does not taste like mild. It definitely is a medium. And that's not me bitching about it. It's just that I've eaten a lot of mild sauces in my time. And that's not mild. So, fun fact of the day, I busted my lip.
What did you do?
Okay, so basically I was getting out of work. I went to the parking lot. I went to my car. I opened up the back door, throw my bag in, and I was talking to the goblin in the other room.
Yeah.
And I got distracted and I hit my mouth with the door. On the edge of the door, I should say. And busted my lip open against my denture.
Ooh, I got a belt for my chest this time. That's a new one.
Nice. And yeah, I bled all over the place. I spat out a lot of blood, I should say. I didn't intentionally do it. I just busted my lip. The little known fun fact about me, I don't have very good pain receptors. Pain to me is novel. I can't feel anything in my back. I can barely feel anything in my arms. If I slice my fingers open, I won't know if I did it until I look at it. Like, busting my lip stung a little bit when I touch it, but while it was bleeding and during the initial contact, I didn't feel it. I just know I did something. As soon as I hit the door, I closed it. I looked at I moved my fingers over my lip to see if I was bleeding. Of course I was. In which case I realized, yeah, I did bust my lip.
Good job, genius.
So, little fun fact about me, I can't feel pain very well. Now, I've been told that's a little concerning, but I say shit happens. But I'll definitely eventually get that checked out to see if there's really a problem with that. I did, Logan, during my time playing hardcore, I've had 2 people already ask me to get questy. I don't use add-ons unless I am pressed to. And normally I tend to not do that. I distaste add-ons because I think it makes the game easier. Unless they're add-ons that I use, such as Total RP3, in which case I feel that is an absolute must, especially on our realms.
Yeah, if you're on a role-playing server, you need TRP or any equivalent bare minimum.
Yeah, it definitely allows you to connect with the community around you because then you have a sense that you kind of know people in a way.
Plus, you can keep your story straight half the time.
Yes, and you can keep your character story. It's
Yeah.
kind of like D&D, but instead of explaining people your character sheet's right there. So
Yeah,
it's
just
a
be like, hey,
convenience.
just check out my bio, man. It's all right here, dude.
So I know games like Final Fantasy 14 and ESO have role playing scenes and stuff like that, but they still don't have mods that
Yeah,
are like
actually,
TRP. So in
yeah, I
MRP.
actually have a friend in another. You know about my tokusatsu friends, right?
Yes, I do. You talk about them quite a bit.
Yeah, well, one of them, I was just like, wait, you have a thing you can do that in World of Warcraft? So like, I showed her the thing about like, hey, check out here's something what I do, or I think I hopped on like either Wormrest or Moonguard and be like, yeah, and check out how colorful you can make your thing,
Yeah, there's a lot of
and
design.
just yeah,
Yep.
like you can be basic and just write down something little, or you can write down an entire novel's worth of stuff for your character's arc.
Yeah,
Arc.
there's a lot of freedom when it comes to MRP and TRP. But I think TRP is a lot better because you can do a lot more customization than what MRP does.
Yeah. Fuck is Chaos Bind?
But yeah, if games like ESO and Final Fantasy 14 have such great modding communities and such great role playing communities, why haven't they built something like that? Instead, they rely on a fucking notepad built into their computer to create this character sheet like they're playing D&D. Like
Oh god, that
it
sounds.
seems very inconvenient. Like I will admit I am a very efficient person and I like to do things the easy way. I usually take the path of least resistance. Now I am not Sophocles where I'm pushing the boulder up the goddamn hill.
Yeah,
I like to have a little bit of convenience. And TRP3 and MRP are definitely conveniences that I say are a must if you're a role player.
Yeah, it's way better than having to go through files on your computer.
Yes, that is definitely a good excuse to definitely mind how you do things. And honestly, I know there are some people on servers and realms like Wormrest and Moonguard that try to roleplay without the use of add-ons to help them with it. But I usually let people do whatever they want. But I will say that I'm not gatekeeping the RPers, but it's very nice to have.
Yeah, it's kind of like with the question of, like, maybe just give them the question of, hey, are you, like, new to RP on WoW by chance?
Because I know there's a lot of people who play Final Fantasy and give WoW a try, and they're RPers, but they don't realize there's an add-on that helps them build their character right.
It's not like, yeah, you can download this, put it into your computer, and it'll let you do this in-game. You don't need a notepad, my duder.
Yeah, it's for convenience sake. I will say that
Yeah.
I prefer convenience over anything else. I mean, I get
Yeah,
people who are hardcore into the whole notepad scene because you know how to do it, but I think it's MRP, my RP, my roleplay, has the notepad-esque style where you just type everything down. But
yeah, but
TRP3 has a lot of
it's
tabs.
yeah, and it's so organized, and you got the sliders, like,
Yeah,
oh
the,
god.
the sliders for your character's personality traits and everything else. They even have pronoun choices. They have uh, voice projections. Like they have a lot of customizations that definitely help.
Oh, good, we got Amberwing just before he got it far enough away.
Good. Good.
Oh, that also means I could just. Oh, never mind. The demolishers are on their way.
Rip.
That's pretty much what I was about to hit the gong for.
True. True.
Oh, good, we got a hunter that actually understands that the demolishers can just be one-shotted.
Well, I don't like to toot my own horn.
What?
I'm playing a hunter.
Yeah. And thank you for teaching me about the gong, so whenever we have to wait for that Send in the Amber Wing.
Yeah,
How
the
fuck
gong
is it?
speeds up the process quite a bit.
It definitely helps.
Well, I thank private servers for that. Because
Yeah,
I didn't know either until Atari WoW.
Yeah, thank that Mr. Pandaria private server, because now we know, and this information is invaluable to us now.
It made my made my challenge mode runs so much easier.
And it makes any time I have to slug through this dang siege,
yeah,
just a bit more of a breeze.
Yep, it definitely is something that's not well known. Because I've noticed every time I do the siege and stuff like that, nobody really knows that that's an option.
Yep. And now we just get to go through quicker with this small tidbit of information.
Yep, it's definitely a useful tidbit of information.
Yep. We're probably telling no one right now.
Well, I mean, you never know. I'm hoping that the video versus stream thing is a nice contrast. I will say that I just might go record one day and then the next day I'll stream. Or I'll do a record every day through the weekday because obviously getting off work, I have less time to do things. And then on the weekends, like Friday and Saturday, maybe Sunday, I'll do a stream.
Yeah.
It's definitely I wanna mix things up just to see if there's any change in viewership.
God damn assholes.
Because I like to yeah. What happened?
Some dude jumped down into the tar while Vojak was doing his 1,000 blades.
Yeah, don't do that if you do siege of the
you
Noizao, the Noizao temple. Yeah, don't jump down into the tar. You take more damage that way.
Yeah, like granted,
players.
Granted, yeah, it makes sense because you know, you gotta tar him up so he doesn't get more of his buff, but you don't want to stand in the tar while he's doing 1,000 blades where he's spinning at 1,000,000 miles an hour.
Basically whirlwind.
Yeah.
But yeah. I like to divide my make at least some sort of push, cause I've made a few streams, I've got a few viewers, but I haven't really made any landfall. Yeah, I mean, I try to be as interactive as I can be, but when you're talking by yourself, it's just kind of hard to do. And and if people actually watch my videos that are pre-recorded and they actually tune in for the streams, I might get something. You know, I'm working around this. I'm kind of new to this whole idea. I've watched big streamers all the time and big YouTubers all the time, and I ponder, you know, how the fuck did they break out?
Yeah.
Being cringy as they are.
Yeah, and then we tried this in high school, but even then we were extremely cringy back in high school.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, dear God, high school us were insufferable.
Yeah, I don't think I want to reflect on that.
Well, if you reflect on it and cringe, that means you grew as a person.
That's true. But I already did, and I already cringed, so I don't want to think about it.
Nah, we gotta suffer every time we remember it.
I'd rather not. But
Too bad, so sad.
I know. So update for the Warlock. If somebody actually does watch that stream and watch this video, the Warlock's dead. I know my stream cut out at the end, but I did die. I didn't want to. If I knew how to edit my stream just right, I would have had the to be continue meme play, the old JoJo meme, because I feel that would have been perfect for that moment as it cut off.
I kind of hate that meme died off. That meme was perfect.
The meme died, but I think the song lives on in some way or another.
Oh yeah, it's still a good song. Roundabout's a good song.
Yeah.
I think that's the.
It is. It's Roundabout. It's Roundabout yet by Yes.
Thank you.
Yeah. No problem. See, I listen to 80s music all the time. So, I've listened to a few Yes songs, but I can't name them off the top of my head because I'm not in that kind of mode. I'm in the pay attention to what I'm doing mode, so I don't die.
Mr. Hardcore over here.
I know. Blizzard emailed email to me saying, "Are you hardcore enough?" And I'm like, "Buddy."
Did they really send that out to people?
Yes, they did. on day 2. On day 2, even though I was there on day 1, and I thought, yes, I am. I am pretty hardcore.
You say that in that high-pitched voice. God damn it.
You're goddamn right. I'm hardcore. So here comes the debate time. I'm level 5. I can get a trade skill. Here's the question. Do I get engineering or do I get leatherworking?
Ooh, that's a tough one.
Because I can make guns, I can make my own ammunition. And
But-
goggles are cool. But
Yeah, goggles are-
I can't make the rest of my set.
But can you make your set, but no weapons and ammo, and have to waste time and money buying it?
Exactly. But I can make quivers and gun pouches through leatherworking. That's the tricky part. Because ammunition.
Tough call.
It is. Do I want to waste money on ammunition or do I want to waste money on gear? Or at the very least have hopes for gear. Now when I did my warlock I did enchanting and tailoring because I wanted to make my own gear. I hate replacing my gear with quest items and dungeon items. Because I feel like I didn't earn it much other than a dice roll and clearing a mob. Versus like sitting down for 3 hours trying to level up my enchantment.
Okay, did they change this boss or something?
What happened? Which boss?
General Pavelak.
Okay, what's up?
Okay, so you know how you like have to go through the multi-phase thing of throwing bombs at his at his invincibility shell?
Yes.
Every time I've done this dungeon now, it's always been one phase. As soon as you clear the shell, he's immediately dead.
That's just through the, honestly, I'm trying to think. I think it's through the level scaling. Is there anybody that's low level in your group?
Let's see here. 37, 28, 42, and 41.
So it might be based on their levels.
No idea, but it's just weird that I don't have... I mean, I'm not going to complain that it's one rotation now instead of, like, the 3 that we've had to deal with.
Fair enough. But I think it's primarily through the level scaling issues. Because low levels do a lot of damage.
Yeah, it might be because of this 28 Hunter or something.
It probably is. If you have the add-on details, which is a very nice add-on.
I do have it. And he's right now doing the second most damage in our group.
Who's doing the top?
A survival hunter.
It's probably the survival hunter doing all that damage. Because for
no, the low level, the 28, it's a beastmaster.
Yeah,
oh,
but
right, never mind. Beastmaster just took the lead.
Yeah, they definitely go hand in hand now. I've seen level 12 survival hunters destroy Scarlet Monastery. So it's definitely a level thing.
Oh well, it's just so we can get to Dragonflight content.
Yep.
Because I mean, who doesn't want to ride dragons?
True. Of course, you know. Some people don't want to ride dragons. My dad is one of those people. He said dragons aren't enough for me to come back to WoW. And I thought that's a shame.
Yeah, I mean, with all the changes Dragonflight made, I love it.
Yeah, my dad's too old for it though.
Yeah, like the town tree system, this was definitely a nice overhaul.
I tried to explain to him about that, but he just wasn't having it.
Like, we get 1 talent point every level from level 10 to level 70. How is that not cool?
It's like the old way.
Yeah.
Of course, my dad's also the bickering old man. He's 52.
Yeah,
He's 52. He can bicker. He talks that everybody is too political now in the game for him.
Seer, summon darkness around you in an 8-yard radius, granting friendly targets a 20% chance to avoid all damage from an attack lasting 8 seconds. I'll go with the soul sigils.
daring, aren't we?
Well, right now I'm right now down to the last 3 rows on my demon hunter specs and talents. On my specialization, I'm still on 4, and I just got the last 3 rows.
Fair enough.
Yep.
Of course, that's also another thing, the armor kits. I forgot about that. Leatherworkers can make armor kits. That's more armor. It is definitely a conundrum.
Well, only 10 more levels, aka 10-ish more dungeons, and I am on to Dragonflight content.
Good, you're actually catching up. Holy moly.
Yeah, I've now got the WoW bug biting me.
Good. Took long enough, but good.
Yeah, I'm glad it bit me again. Because sometimes I genuinely miss this game, because, again, I'm not gonna lie, Dragonflight is definitely one of the better expansions right now.
Yeah, it is. And, it's definitely a contrast to Shadowlands.
Oh, yeah, no. In comparison to Shadowlands and Battle for Azeroth, this is the breath of fresh air.
I will say, BFA was a good breath of fresh air until the very last patch. Kind of ruined the rest of it.
Yeah.
The corruption system was pretty garbage.
Yeah, all that stuff with the BFA was mid. Like, it was no Legion, but it wasn't amazing.
Yeah, that's fair to say. I mean,
I'm just glad.
Yeah.
One thing BFA did do right, though, was at least give us some more racing. Even though most of them are just reskins, it makes it more populated, you know?
Yeah. Though, I will say, controversial take, I hate the Volpera, and I think the Sethrak would have been a better fit.
Honestly, we should have gotten both.
Yeah, I feel like they waited way too long. I don't think Mechagnomes really fit.
Yeah, Alliance should have got the Sethrak, and the Volpera should have stayed with the Horde.
I suppose that's a way to look at it. It's just, it's debatable. I was never a big fan of the idea of the Volpera. I did it initially when I saw them. I thought, okay, so they're just nomads. They're Moroccans, basically.
I like thinking of them still as, like, the little wandering traders and all that. Like, I want to use one as one of those in an RP scenario, but, like, just...
But the community that surrounds it... The community that surrounds them, though, is not very great. It's very toxic. It's like My Hero Academia. I heard it's a great anime, but the community is just absolutely toxic. And I do kind of agree with the Volpera stance. Because Volpera are very useful. They got some really strong bonuses. They have some nice racials. They have a lot of things that going for them that kind of makes up for it. But the community that surrounds them on at least RP servers, very bad. Very...
Fucking furries, man.
Well, I won't just say that it's the furries that are the issue. I just think it's just people are just it's not great.
The degenerates.
Yeah. It's I wouldn't even call them degenerates. I just call them people with bad morals.
Yeah.
At the very least, bad morals.
Look at that. Yeah. I mean, it just took them how many years to us finally getting a race that isn't explicitly humanoid?
Yeah.
Or mammalian?
Or mammalian. I guess.
That's what I meant to say. I meant to say mammalian.
I mean, that's fair.
Because, I mean, if we didn't get the Mechagnomes, the Sethrak would have been nice, but I guess it's because they were lizards.
You know, I wouldn't know. I do have a friend. I do have a few friends that are very disappointed that Sethrak aren't playable.
Yeah.
Which I will agree. It is kind of a waste, honestly. I mean,
yeah,
they've already got their lore. They got everything already ready for them. From Volpera, they actually had to like come up with stuff for that. There was more lore surrounding the Sethrak than there was the Volpera, and the Volpera ended up on top.
Yeah.
It baffles me just a little bit on how that works.
No idea.
I would think if you want to introduce a race to be playable, it should have a strong lore background. It should have a strong, history behind it. Give them more reasons, like justify their position, not just because they're critters.
I mean, at least with the quest where you actually have to earn them, at least they were doing their best to try to earn their place in the horde by helping out, but
The quest line is very sus.
yeah.
Remember what you gotta do.
It has been, dude, do you know how long it's been?
So, for those who don't know, peons are going on a riot, and the Volpera and our hero are tasked on settling the dispute by beating peons who want more breaks, who want better pay, who want better compensation for things. It's almost telling on where this direction was going. And they had the Volpera prove their worth to the Horde by beating down some very unique activistic peons. It's very interesting in light of most Blizzard controversies that they would have a quest like this. But I will leave that up for interpretation.
This was back during the BFA days, before all the scandals happened.
Yeah, it's almost a foreshadow. That's what we call in most gaming industries foreshadowing. It's almost like the game designers who made those quests were doing a cry for help that people thought, haha, quests for furry rats.
Ugh.
But, again, not here or there. Just something to ponder.
We're not, but there's no orb here. We can't ponder the orb.
True. Not yet, anyway.
What do you mean, yet?
It would have been more funny if I was still a warlock, because I would actually have an orb on my offhand.
Fuck you.
And my staff had an orb at the end, in which case I could have made that joke.
Damn you.
I know, I just had to die in Prywood Village, full of elites. I didn't have anybody there, I was left there to die. Because nobody wanted to help. There was no friends. No family. I was trying my best.
All by yourself.
Truly. Truly a crime against friendship. It happens.
Suck my dick.
I'm just saying, it could have been prevented if, I had a little help.
Eat my entire ass.
I wouldn't say that on my video, but sure. This time I'm not gonna forget like I did with my warlock, or else I'm gonna forget because I don't have enough money for it. I'm probably gonna forget here in a second.
Don't forget what?
Cooking. Aren't you watching? You're
Yeah,
supposed to comment on this too.
I'm glancing over, man. I'm still tanking.
This is more important than tanking.
If I was DPSing, I could watch more, but no, I'm tanking, bitch.
Hey, you made that choice.
Yeah, you gave me the choice, but granted, I've never played a Vengeance Warlock up until now, so...
Vengeance Warlock, listen to him. He doesn't realize he's a demon hunter.
Fuck off! I don't understand why you wanted to play... Why did you want to play Demon Hunter again, anyway?
Okay, the truth of the matter is, the truth's out, guys. I just wanted to use the Warglaive's Vazanoth mod.
Yeah, Demon Hunters are still a nice, interesting class. It just sucks that we gotta play as the Knife Ears.
We're a very anti-elf group of people.
Yeah.
I'm sure that will appeal to half the audience that decide to watch this video up to this point.
Yeah, if I have the choice to Like, granted, I'll still play some of the elves from time to time, but if you ask me to main them, no.
Oh, I would never main an elf. I'd probably sooner, uh, I'd prob, I'd probably sooner main a Lightforged Draenei before I main an elf. That speaks volumes in some retrospect.
Yeah.
But yes, so far for those who will soon find out, I am a very efficient person. I hate Kalmandor, and I will try not to leave. I will try not to leave Eastern Kingdoms. Because I think, personally, dwarves have a pretty good engaged leveling route compared to how the humans are. Because humans have Elwind first, they go to Elwind, and then they have to go to Westfall, and then from Westfall they have to go to Redridge. So they have to rubber band from all the way Westfall to Lakeshire, and then they have to go to Duskwood, and then into Stranglethorn. Well, dwarves go from Dunmoreau to Loch Modan to the Wetlands to the Arathi Highlands and parts of Hillsbrad, and then go into the hinterlands and Altric Mountains, and then they could just shoot up into Western Plaguelands and into Eastern Plaguelands and be done with it. I think it's a little bit more of an efficient route because you're not rubber banding a lot and you're not crossing entire zones. Except for, of course, the hinterlands and Altric Mountains, which only Hillsbrad separates you to. But, I think it's a little bit more efficient, unless, of course, you're doing dungeons, which I will say the hardest fight in Ragefire Chasm for a horde is lava.
Like the actual lava?
Yeah. So, fun fact, one of my friends, Neri, died in his hardcore run on his priest because he couldn't stop jumping while wanding and ended up jumping into the lava and getting himself killed. So, the toughest boss fight in Ragefire Chasm is the lava. So let it be known that Deadmine's toughest battle is likely the pillagers outside. Not in the dungeon.
Oh yeah, even then just getting to the dungeon it's just a pain.
True. I will say I want to know the design philosophy of Blizzard back in the day during Classic WoW. I like to sit down with the old directors and ask them a particular question.
Is it just why?
No. It's why. It is a why question. Why can't humans be hunters in Classic?
Yeah, that is a good question.
Because you would think, I understand gnomes can't be hunters. But why humans can't be hunters? And why can't undead be hunters?
Because, pretty much, why can't anything that a human can be, what?
Like our basic attribute is that we're great hunters. But we can't be hunters in WoW up until Cataclysm. Until Cataclysm, guys. So from TBC and Wrath, humans can't be hunters. But when Cataclysm came out, it's like, well, I guess it's only logical now that humans can be hunters.
Yeah, it's totally not like we're known for being, what's that phrase? It's something in gatherers.
Hunters and gatherers, yes. It is definitely one of those questionary tales of why? Why? Because I would figure that humans would be the prime example of a hunter.
Yeah.
But, I'm not one to question somebody's ideals, but this one, in every RPG, in pretty much any type of game, humans are hunters. Except WoW.
Until 4 expansions after release.
4 expansions in, yes. Yeah, it is. It's one of those design philosophies that I don't know, and I guess their proper answer would be, balancing, which I would understand. Except, what's there to balance? The only class on the horde side, the only race on the horde side that can't be hunters is undead. Orcs can be hunters, trolls can be hunters, tauren can be hunters. Undead can't. So, for balancing issues, if we go to the Alliance, humans can't be hunters, gnomes can't be hunters, elves can be hunters, dwarves can be hunters.
That's 3 each. That seems pretty balanced.
Except, every race except one on the Horde can be a hunter. But on the Alliance, only 2 out of 4 can. There is a balancing issue. So they can't use the balance. It just seems a bit weird, at least to me.
Yeah. Alright, 51. What do I got? Ooh, yeah.
Level
More
6. Hell yeah, I'm making it. I got gains.
Do you? Do you really?
No. But I like to think I do. I've made it this far already. The big question now is, how far will I make it?
Before you die again?
Yeah, I'll definitely not be doing elite quests. At least alone. Uh-oh, guys. 2v1. I'm gonna kill this boar and I'm gonna make a run for it. Because I don't think I'm gonna win this fight.
Run like your life depends on it.
Technically it does, because I'm being chased by a snow leopard.
That's what I was gonna say, because it does.
True. Because, hardcore is not very hard, it's just, you gotta watch what you're doing. Some people don't watch what they're doing, and it does end up costing them their whole entire run. And, it is a shame. Truly a shame. But, it happens, though.
Rip in peace.
Yeah. Rip in pieces. Because, kind of deserve it. I mean, the times that I've died already, it's not because I wasn't paying attention. It was pretty much due to stupid things that Classic has that you wouldn't think about. Like, for example, the reason why my Warlock died was because my pet couldn't keep aggro. And couldn't move into the room that I was in. Until the mob had to come after me. In which case, the pet can't keep aggro. Which I will say that Blizzard did right when they rebalanced pets to give the taunt pets better taunts. I give that credit because when my pet holds onto aggro for about 5 seconds when I think he's got enough threat, and I start using my greater magic wand and I pull threat off because of my wand, I think there is an issue. Because my wand's doing too much damage for the threat generation that my pet's doing. And you can't really stop either. Because you kind of have to kill the mob too. But that's just the issues that I have with Classic. Now with my hunter on Wrath, when I leveled her up, I didn't have any problem with my pet keeping aggro. It's just Warlocks definitely have an issue. And I didn't want to level a hunter in Classic because I felt that it would probably be way too easy. At least for me, as somebody who has been, hunter heavy in Classic WoW recently. When I'm normally a druid, but this time I chose to do a hunter in my Classic 2019 version than original. Because I don't know. I just felt like Hunter would probably have been faster. Plus, I'm pretty impulsive, so it would be good to gauge my impulsiveness on my pet's health. But of course, having the right pet does help, and warlocks don't have that option. They're
Yep,
you give in what you get.
Here's the types of demons you get. There's no change. Everyone gets the same thing.
Yeah. I will say though, Warlock is definitely one of the challenging in the way of getting their class quests done. Because getting your imp is usually just, well, primarily what it is just, killing like a few mobs, collecting something off them, and then they'll give you the spell. Pretty simple stuff. Voidwalker, though, requires some steps. And usually when I play Warlock, I play Horde Warlock, and I usually go to the Undead Zone because I feel Undead Warlocks have it better. Because their Warlock Voidwalker quest comes out of the tower outside Loron sewers, or Undercity sewers. And all they have to do is go to a tower where everybody quests, and there's a little box in there, so 9 times out of 10 there's people questing there, and you can just walk in and grab it.
Hold on just for 1 second, dude. I just found something that truly defines how we are.
Oh, I'm glad you're gonna share that to me in private.
I am cringe, but I am free.
True. True. And we have to let go of the cringe before we truly become based.
I'm cringe, and that's based.
Based on what? Statistics? Which statistics? Which report? Which university report?
Oh my god!
Harvard, buddy. I look at the Yale.
No, sorry. I just saw a video of a guy doing CPR and then smacking the dummy, and he smacked the rubber face off of the dummy.
I've seen it. It's a very old video.
That's still horrifying.
True.
You can remove any letter from the word seat and still have a real word. Fuck. What were we trying to say?
Oh, nothing. I'm looking for something here real fast.
I am going to accomplish many evil tasks and chores today. Evil sweeping, evil laundry, evil showering, and perjury.
Fair enough. So, it's just one of those things. Everything here is just dead. Finding a fucking freaking boar just to get one more rib has become difficult.
Why did you have that picture at the ready?
Because you made a joke.
Yeah, a man making out with a training dummy. Yeah, that's totally comparable, man.
You were talking about CPR.
How is a CPR in a test dummy and making out with one while doing something? What the fuck? Reminder, Chris Chan had a... That cannot be true!
I want you to look that up. You're the one who's deep in it.
Oh, God. I don't want to look at who Chris Chan's lawyer is.
Watch it be that guy.
If it is, that is going to be sick. God, I hate being down the Chris Chan rabbit hole as much as I am. I have listened to the entire Geno Samuel documentary on Chris Chan.
I'm not that dedicated because I don't give a shit.
I listened to most of it while I was at work.
Why? You can listen to something better.
I had nothing better to listen to at the time.
You know, if my channel was actually a little bit better and I had a sponsorship, this would have been a good segue into an audiobook commercial.
Or Audible.
That's what I meant.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Why listen to Chris Chan when you can subscribe to Audible and listen to thousands of
Necronomicon.
Yeah, listen to the Necronomicon. It would
I can't
definitely make your work life so much better when the forces of the undead and unholy walk through your door, asking for Mario Party because they're looking for something great on a weekend.
I still don't. I can't remember who had that Audible sponsor and told me the Necronomicon was on there. But that is. Like, what possesses you to go onto Audible and be like, ah, yes, the Necronomicon?
Yes.
Of all things to want to look up on a book site, yeah, let's look up the Necronomicon.
Why not? You know?
Seriously, I'm too deep into the Chris Chan rabbit hole that I can't come out. The fact that I know he's active on Twitter again is just the worst part about it.
Buddy?
And you want to know what he's liking on Twitter?
I don't particularly want to know or care, but you're gonna tell me anyway.
It's My Little Pony stuff.
Okay.
Yeah, that
This is supposed to
motherfucker
bother me somehow?
No, I'm just bringing that up because it's just. I'm surprised the MLP fandom is still that relevant.
Have you seen? You have not, but Oompaville in one of his Discord channels is for one of his cringe channels, and it's 18 up. It's age restricted. Like 90% of the shit in there is just My Little Pony memes. I wish I was kidding. I wish I was kidding. I'm not.
I believe you. This is Oompaville we're talking about, man.
I know. I'm surprised he's not addressed this in any of his videos.
I think the fact that he's not addressing it makes it funnier.
Yeah, maybe.
Actually, I'm going to Crush's Twitter right now.
Complains about it, and then he's gonna go look at it.
I'm gonna Yeah. But I also want to see if he's actually posting anything. That's the other thing.
I don't think he's actually posting anything, but go for it, buddy.
Nah, he still hasn't posted since July 30th of 2021.
I think he's in that phase where he's letting the dust settle.
No, as soon as he gets active again, he's gonna want his attention back as usual.
Probably.
There's no way he's gonna stay silent about this.
Well, I mean, he's stayed silent for the past few days.
Let's see, more My Little Pony memes. What I'm going to assume is a Sonichu meme that says, "Finally, the ultimate power to seduce the vampire."
What?
I don't know. I don't know the context. I'm not gonna look into it.
You're gonna look into it anyway.
No, I'm not.
You wanna bet?
I'm just looking through his likes, dude. That's all I'm gonna do.
Ryan Gosling is reportedly in the possession of an ancient staff that holds the power of chaos behind it.
Let's hear something about that movie Elementals, more My Little Pony stuff, more like My Little Pony stuff, something that I'm not going to explain to you.
I'm glad I'm on a level with him where anything just absurd is just something I don't want to pay attention to.
Yeah, it looks like it's mostly just My Little Pony shit. What the fuck is this? Oh, it's a custom SNES dock for Steam Decks.
Whoa. Amazing. Simply enticing.
Yeah. How do you feel now, knowing that exists?
Enlightened.
Here's a better Twitter account to follow. Satan.
Yeah, I know. I've seen that account.
I'm glad Satan got unbanned.
Thanks, Elon.
Yeah. Let's see here. Scientists explain the importance of sleep for good mental health. Me at 3 a.m. watching them explain.
It happens. Ugh. Trying to remember, trying to remember all the quests in Dun Moreau. I have not leveled in Dun Moreau in such a long time. Is there quests inside the buildings? I forgot. No. Maybe not in this building. Maybe in the next building. Such a while since I've done these. I feel like there's more quests here, but I just have not really seen them pop up. I wish I knew the engineer trainer was down here, because I didn't have to run all the way over to Iron Forge to get it.
What the?
Huh?
Pippa! Why?
What?
Sitting on the shower floor, hot water, eating McDonald's fries, scrolling through Twitter. Life is good for a moment.
You know, maybe.
Not all of those things may be done together.
Why not?
Yes, I want to eat fries and scroll through Twitter while I'm in the shower.
Don't everybody?
Yes, because it's normal to eat in the shower.
I mean, I scroll through Twitter in the shower.
I scroll through YouTube in the shower, but that's just because I have a nice shelf that can't get wet.
I don't have that.
Sucks to be you.
I let my phone drink.
Do not let your phone drink. What the fuck, man?
It's not a phone. It's alright. It'll survive. Sometimes it gets thirsty, like I do.
Okay, now you really need to shut up. Oh yeah, just thinking of something stupid. Here's a fun fact. Did you know that today is Power Ranger Day?
No.
The only reason I remembered it is because the Facebook account for Sheets posted which color Power Ranger are you? Sheets, the gas station.
True.
It was just the most random thing I saw on my timeline today.
I'm glad to know that if you're in a guild in hardcore, it announces any of your guildies getting dead.
What?
Yeah.
Oh, that is sad.
Now look at the guild chat.
Yeah, I see it.
Do you see my post?
Let me see here. They got trapped.
They died to the trapper. They got trapped.
Yeah.
Well, it looks like somebody on 4chan's trying to leak the new WoW expansion. Apparently, the expansion's codename is Inquisition. Main enemy are Holy Crusaders from Draenor, the new continent in alternate universe Draenor called Goria, retconning Shattrath's history. Lots of max level content, quests, and old zones, no revamp, closer to class order campaigns and visions of ends off zone phases. Ogre neutral race, paladins and shamans for all races. New customization options. First raid is Draenor equivalent of the elemental plane, where the Furies have been dominated by the light. Raid and dungeon difficulty revamped completely. 2 new battlegrounds, faction neutral. And mini zone that is main expansion specific progression. Upgrade its settlements by doing content guild based, cannot be upgraded solo. Completely team guild effort to defend it from attacks. I think half of that would probably be a possibility. That last one, though, I don't think can be done, because there are a lot.
Let's go off just the lore aspect alone. I mean, they kind of just threw that plot line under the bus.
They
Like
did.
whenever we're unlocking the Magar orcs.
They did. They just announced it like, oh yeah, you know, Uriel's freaking crazy now.
She's a fucking a zealot. Is that the right word?
Yeah, she's a zealot.
Okay. Yeah, just oh yeah. By the way, we're just gonna teleport all these Magar orcs from that timeline back
to our timeline because they're refugees, because their entire land is being conquested by these zealot crusaders who are trying to convert them to the light or die. Definitely setting up a very interesting plot point about the light.
I just got stared at, but I'm getting stared at by a human with an umbrella.
Okay.
I don't know. I just saw some human female with a big ass umbrella just staring at me.
I'm wondering why your TRP is empty.
Oh yeah, it's totally not like I'm still right now LOC.
True. I can't tell.
Yeah, right now I'm OOC. I'm just eating I've got a party-sized bag of Cheetos in my lap, and I'm just eating out of it right now, man.
Fair enough.
I don't have a problem, you do.
I didn't say you had a problem.
I know, I'm
just careful when you say stuff about Cheetos, because all I can think about is Ron White.
What?
I can only think of Ron White every time you mention Cheetos.
Should I ask?
Oh, there's a joke where he says he was sitting in his house, naked, in a beanbag chair eating Cheetos. And a pastor, a local pastor from Dallas comes on and asks, "Are you sad, lonely?" "Yeah." "Are you home right now, naked in a beanbag chair, eating Cheetos?" "Yeah." "Are you willing to give me $1,000? Close. He must be talking about somebody else, not me. I figure, yeah, definitely.
I mean, all I just need is a neat beanbag chair and just strip down, and I'm pretty much there.
Yeah, that's true. But you don't got a beanbag chair, do you?
No, I do not.
I used to have one, but then it busted open.
Beanbag chairs. Oh, like, who actually owns beanbag chairs nowadays?
I don't even know if they make them.
Yeah, that's actually a good question.
I have not seen one in any store. Well, maybe Walmart, but I won't consider them beanbag chairs.
No,
like
all
bean
I'm seeing.
Pillows.
I'm seeing like those big, like those pillows that you lay against, but not to. That can be classified as a beanbag.
Hard to say.
Next time I go to Walmart, I'm looking for that. I gotta double check that.
Yeah, it's definitely a pondering.
Yeah. The bean chair market has just disappeared off the face of the earth.
Might as well. Vanished, gone without a trace.
Good, because those chairs kind of sucked anyway.
Yeah.
You were comfy for like a minute, and then you just had to continuously readjust yourself over and over again.
Or you get stuck because you can't get back up.
Yeah, that too. Just continuously rolling around looking like an idiot.
Yeah. It happens though.
Yeah.
I can tell that if anybody watches this video, they're gonna probably get pissed off at me because I don't use key bindings or macros. I've had a couple people on Discord yell at me for that.
Why?
Because I give off a clicker vibe. Which I do click.
Well, I mean, yeah, we have action bars. That's kind like you can't keybind it.
Well, people, you can't keybind them. It's just that I don't keybind my action bars.
If you do keybind that stuff, you just sound like a psychopath.
Well, some people only need the Q and space bar and use their mouse for everything else. It's just
Yeah.
side hopping and stuff. And they just cue their WASD to like the second or third hotbar.
Who is cute? They're using their WASD?
Yeah, for key bindings. It is quite strange.
That just sounds disgusting.
I mean, as a clicker, yeah, definitely is.
What the fuck? What just happened?
What?
I don't know. The wise Mari bubble just burst, and then someone just one-shot him.
What?
I don't know. Our fire mage just did so much damage they one-shot the boss.
Oh, interesting.
And now everyone's going in two different directions, and I'm genuinely confused.
Where are you at?
I'm in the Temple of the Jade Serpent. Okay. In my most recent runs, everyone's actually doing the dungeon in such an interesting way.
Yeah, because they changed it for this season because it's part of it was part of the rotation of a Mythic Plus. So they had to change the dungeon up a little bit. You can technically just kill one boss and go straight to the end. You don't have to kill the other boss.
Well, yeah,
Seriously,
so everyone's
you don't
doing
need
the
to.
wise. Yeah, so everyone's doing the wise Mari, then facing Lou Flameheart, and then doing the shop now.
Yes, that's the new way of doing things. It's either one way or the other.
Okay.
Either way, you're going straight to the end. Just depends on which
it
one
at
you
least
want to.
yeah, so it still does do the dungeon completion, but honestly, it's much easier, of course, to do wise Mari since it's the same thing every time. While Stone Step, you've got a different book like each time.
Yep, and sometimes that does affect timers. Because remember,
Yeah.
It's not like
especially-
it's not like challenge mode anymore where people can just not choose, but have to clean out the whole area. Now they can just do one boss.
Yeah. And then face the dragon bitch, and then face the Shaw Adapt.
Yeah, I mean, I get it. I understand the idea, but I don't like it very much. I think it's kind of cheaty. As somebody who did the challenge modes and private servers, killing all bosses seems to be the logical step, but some people aren't patient enough for it.
Yeah, I mean, at least it gives you the completion mark chopped out, but yeah, it kind of does feel like a bit of a cheat.
It definitely doesn't feel right.
Yeah, no, just like, because I mean, with how much we've done this dungeon probably in the past, it's definitely not normal being like, oh yeah, let's just face one boss, then go out a different exit.
Yeah. Definitely not something I'm used to.
Yeah, it's change and I don't like it kind of scenario.
Yep.
But as long as I get my bonus XP at the end of the dungeon, I'm not really going to complain too much.
Oh, I don't complain. Just how people want to play it. But
Yeah,
personal take, I'm old school. Completionist is just in my blood. You know?
Yeah. Yeah, just seeing that incomplete mark with Lore Walker's Stone Step just not being complete, it just makes me feel a little wrong that I'm not finishing the dungeon.
Yeah, it irks me too.
Because we're still leveling. Like, XP is XP.
Yeah. Some people don't understand the value.
Any amount of time
As I'm playing classic hardcore right now, every kill and everything like that does count. Every little bit helps.
Yeah,
And
XP
there will
is XP.
be a time where I'll run out of quests in Kalmandor, and I will probably be level 58, and I will have to bite the bullet and go. Well, Eastern Kingdoms, and I'll probably have to go to Kalmandor, which I really don't want to, but I probably will. It'll be annoying. Because I hate it. I like to stay in one zone area at a time where it clearly the game's designed to keep you in one area. At least give you enough content to do it. But people just like to bounce.
Yeah.
Like, I don't
Alright.
get why people hate Shadow, the undead area. Makes no sense.
Charge to your target, striking them, dealing X amount of nature damage, reading them place for 5 seconds, inflicting more damage over 6 seconds, up to 5 enemies in your path. Pursuit invigorates your soul, healing you for 25. Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, that actually seems pretty good.
Oh yeah.
I'll take that. Let's see here, put that right there. I'll fuck around with that. Next dungeon. Because, I mean, ever since I lost my dash whenever I chose Vengeance, I kind of need some, you know, that quick, easy target attack.
Yeah.
Alright, and I'm already at 52. Probably, if I get enough dungeons, I can probably get to 60, but who am I kidding? If I just keep leveling for the rest of the night, I can hit 60 easily.
Yeah. Probably could.
Yeah.
Yeah. I completely forgot about where all the quests are in Dunmoro. I feel like...
I mean, how long has it been since you really, you know...
did quests in Dunmoro?
Yeah.
A long time. I feel like I just walked past like a ton of quest givers and I just don't realize it. Oh no. I can't possibly run out of quests right now.
And then Chachi realized she ran out of quests.
Probably. Like, I'm walking in here, there's no quests. Unless I don't see an exclamation mark. Unless there's an exclamation mark and I can't tell. I see a gray. Bro, that's going in my video.
I'm sorry, the Kishi orb is just too much to ponder.
Definitely. Maybe, no, not over here either, huh? Because I walked over here. Man, forgetting zones. I guess I understand why people have quests to eat, but at the same time. Gray. Like, what the fuck? Gray.
Alright. Place your bets. What dungeon am I going to right now? I say Siege.
You say Siege? I say the Mogoshin Palace again.
Alright. I just did Temple of the Jade Serpent, so that's also an option too.
True.
Come on, last DPS, accept the invite.
No.
He did it! Son of a...
He did it. He did it. Guys,
what do you
this
mean
is
he
wild.
did it?
Guys,
he did the exact...
This is wild, but how do you change your name? He did it. Something unpredictable happened.
What did he do?
Got laid.
Oh, that meme. Alright, take 2. Come on, let me queue into a dungeon.
No.
I mean, I'm probably not... Shut up. Come on, 2 DPS. I need to do this dungeon. Okay, just 1 now. Come on, 2 DPS. Come on. Come on, 1 DPS. Don't ignore the invite. Come on. Accept the invite.
No.
Damn it.
No.
He didn't.
I figured he didn't.
Alright, take 3. Am I actually even gonna get into the dungeon? That we should place our bets on. Oh, the DPS accepted. Come on, heals. Heals?
No.
Heals. Don't do this. Yes! And it's the Jade Serpent again.
Oh.
hey, it's a quick one since we don't have to do all 4 bosses.
Yeah.
Gotta think about the positives. I mean, I'm just leveling. I'm not.
Yeah.
As long as I get to 60, I don't care how I get there.
Suppose that's true.
Because it's not about the destination. It's about the journey. So I don't know where I'm going with this.
I don't either, buddy.
Potato.
I guess. Boom. 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 Worth it.
Got so much ores out of that. Do you feel awesome?
A little bit.
Okay.
Although I wish I remember where all the quests were in this. Definitely would help. Unless I have to be level 7 or 8, in which case, no. Why?
Time to kill some boars, man.
I might as well.
Live to win.
Yeah.
No, I'm not going. Oh, good. I brought South Park back into the question.
Yes, you did. Yes, you did.
It's South Park, man. It's so good.
Yeah, that's true.
I wonder how their new game's gonna be, though. That's what I'm...
Yeah, I don't know, buddy.
Yeah, if it's like a strictly online PvP style game, that's kind of gonna lose some points to it, but I still might try it out.
I don't even know. Did it even promote itself as that?
They did say multiplayer, co-op and multiplayer, so...
Well, if co-op, then yeah, it's multiplayer then.
All I know is that it's a snow day!
True. I like how it's a fucking snow day, but
Yeah.
it only lasts for a day, so is everything that's happening going to take place in just one day?
Or maybe over multiple days.
Oh,
Like every day is...
that would be wild.
Every theoretical snow day. Who knows? We're just the new kid. We're in town, and it's a snow day, so no school.
Huh.
Imagine how bad it has to be in South Park for them to actually get a snow day, though.
Well, they're in Colorado. So, yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, I mean, every episode of South Park, it's basically filled with snow.
Yeah. Damn, some guy died 2 Wendigo.
Rip. Bummer.
Cave equals F. Yeah. He died to the Wendigo at level 5.
Rule number 2. No caves.
Yeah, no caves.
No caves!
Hi, hi, hi. You broke rule 2 and 3, rules 2 and 3. Interesting. What's 3? No death? What? I figured that's
Yeah.
number 1.
No, yeah. Rule 1 is just don't die. I would say ask. What's rule 3?
Nah, somebody will ask. Maybe. Clearly, he's not having fun. Guy who died, clearly he's not having fun.
I am straight up not having a good time.
Straight up not having a great time, fam. Yeah. Especially right now, buddy. I don't know where my quests are. My quest log is empty. Bruh, I am lost. I am.
Alright, I'm actually doing Lore Walker Stone Step for once. Ooh, it's the suns.
Yes.
The easier of the two.
I think it has a high chance of appearing now. Because it's faster or something.
Yeah, I'd rather have this than Peril and Strife. I think that's their names.
Yeah. So I think I'm gonna probably get questy in the end of the day. So I'll probably stop the recording, I'll upload it, and see where it goes. I know people are gonna probably get frustrated near the end because I don't know what I'm doing. But since I've got no audience already, and I don't know if people are gonna be willing to sit through almost a 2-hour long video. That could be easily condensed down shorter, but
Nah, with how much we went off on side, we changed subject like every other minute.
True. It might be interesting to some.
Yeah, because at least we kept the conversation going the whole time. Like.
Yeah, most times we're quiet.
Yeah.
But I guess now it's a little different.
Yeah. So yeah, I think we found the thing that you were missing. It's me.
Well, it's just the other people are a little bit too bizarre and wild for on my stream. Well, for my streams and videos.
Yeah.
I appreciate them watching and adding, but they can be a little crazy.
3 elude, 5 you.
A little bit.
Me and you, we've been pretty much on the same wavelength for how many years now?
True.
Yeah. All because of you bullying me at the lunch table.
Yeah.
But I don't think we would have wanted it any other way.
Well, yeah. It is what it is.
Yep, because we're here now, and that's all that matters.
Yeah.
Best friends, and we care about each other way too fucking much.
That's usually what friendships are, buddy.
Yep.
Well, anyway, I think in the next recording tomorrow, I'm definitely gonna have Questy ready and everything else, because I am definitely lost. I mean, I could kill tons of boars just to get my cooking up, but that'd be a long time. So, until the next recording, which will be tomorrow, right after work maybe, or right after dinner, or whatever I feel. So, we'll wait till then. Yeah.
Bye.
Laters.